She fed 3 homeless triplets every single day. While others walked past them, she stopped.
Emma wasn't the kind of woman people noticed. On that noisy street, where dust mixed with exhaust smoke, she was just another shadow in the crowd. No jewelry, no money, no famous name. Her whole life fit inside a tiny room where the roof leaked every time it rained and the floor stayed cold no matter what. And yet, every morning before sunrise, before the first rooster even crowed, she would wake up with quiet dignity. Her routine was sacred. Cold water on her face, her wrap tied carefully, then lighting the fire to cook rice and stew. Her shop was just a wooden table on the side of the road. No walls, no protection, just hope that someone would stop. And they did, not because her food was fancy, but because she put her heart into it. Emma smiled at everyone, even those who ignored her. She said good morning like a prayer, hoping to find a human connection in a world that kept rushing past her. To her, every customer was a blessing, because every coin she earned meant rent and food for the next day. It was a fragile life, right on the edge, but she carried it with a quiet strength that demanded respect. Then, one afternoon, as the heat made the air tremble, people suddenly looked across the street. Near an unfinished building, where bare concrete became shelter, Emma saw them. 3 little boys, triplets, about 10 years old, sitting there, completely still, like statues made of dust. Their clothes were torn, their feet were bare and covered in dirt. But what hit Emma the hardest was how identical they were. Same deep eyes, same thin nose, same quiet, resigned expression. They weren't begging, they weren't crying, they were just watching. Their eyes followed every plate she served, every spoon, every steaming bowl of rice. It was a look that asked for nothing, but said everything. The hunger, the cold nights without blankets, the loneliness of children no one sees. Emma felt something tighten in her chest. She saw herself in them, a child with an empty stomach, watching others eat. She tried to focus on her work, tried to tell herself, I can't save everyone. Her pot was already too small for her own survival. But her heart refused to listen. Those 3 faces were calling her in silence. And deep down, she knew she would never be able to ignore them again. The conflict inside her was real. Roxanne always criticized her. To help is weakness, she used to say, a luxury poor people can't afford. If you feed them once, they'll never leave you alone. But Emma couldn't ignore them. Tim, Tom, and Theo. So she followed her instinct. She filled a plate with rice and sauce and called them. At first, they didn't move, suspicious, used to being chased away, not invited. But when they finally came closer, Emma saw the truth of their suffering. And then something unexpected happened. Instead of rushing the food, Theo, the oldest, took the plate and gently placed it on the ground. With their small, dirty fingers, they divided the rice into 3 perfectly equal parts. Not 1 grain more, not a complaint. It was a silent pact, a lesson in loyalty from children who had nothing. Emma looked away, hiding her tears. At that moment, she understood. These weren't ordinary street kids. There was a dignity in them that poverty couldn't break. By accepting that plate, they weren't just taking food. They were accepting to be seen. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And the triplets became part of Emma's life.